That bottle is like a
Mm-hmm.
month old, maybe
Mm-hmm.
4 weeks. And I have not been drinking on nights that are not broadcast nights. And just to sort of clarify.
All right, I must have done the wrong Twitch. Oh, no, I did the right one. Okay, cool.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah. And for those of you tuning in, yes, we are talking, and this is all behind the scenes extra footage and audio and all those things. Yeah, this is extra content. This is
content today.
Bonus content. This is what will be on the DVD when it is released as bonus content.
That's right. Most people will not see this. Excellent. Which is just chatting right now. We are just chatting, but not just chatting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent. Holy cow, there's six in holy shit. Steph is in YouTube. Siani Reese. All right.
We're going to start at 11. This is the, again, bonus material for all of you early birds.
This is your 5-minute warning.
This is technically the worm for you early birds who catch it.
That's right. It's hence the reason you are here. Jeannie, Marianne.
Oh, so it's almost next week's Halloween, next weekend. Week from tonight.
Does not feel like it.
No, it
feels
doesn't.
So weird. It feels like spring. I played golf today and I was like, this could be April. So, I mean, you woke up this morning, it was 48 degrees. It was, foggy. It was wet. I'm like, yeah, this is what spring is supposed to be like. Okay, let's start spring now. We can do the year right this time.
I'd take a do-over on this year. I'd absolutely take that.
Man. No, but playing golf 1 week from the end of October is, I play over the winter usually a couple times, right? But then I'll pick it up in the spring, play pretty consistently through August, and then it just sort of tails off after that. I'm on my upward trajectory still, like I'm heading into summer in my mind. And so it's like I'm going to be out there in January, it's going to be pouring and 50 degrees, and I'm going to be like, why is it so cold? It's supposed to be in the middle of the summer. My body just is confused as to, what's the physical cycle I'm supposed to be on right now.
Right. The fact that Siani in our YouTube chat just said, where is it now? I have 6 to 12 inches of snow. Siani, where are you, in Minneapolis area? Is that where you are?
Yeah, I know they got some in Canada too. Pretty serious.
Oh, nice, Gene. That John Hook book is great, and he's a great guy. I enjoyed having him on my program.
What was his shtick?
He wrote a book about the murder of Bob Crane.
Oh God. Oh, wow. Have you had him on multiple times? I can only imagine.
I do want to have him back. I've only had him on once, but it was a great discussion. We had a good time.
But you loved that show.
Yeah.
And him kind of in general as a comedic actor.
Yeah.
North Dakota. Oh, well, there you go.
Well, that kind of does the same thing there.
That's like Canada Junior.
Yes.
Southern Canada.
It's Southern Canada.
Yeah, well, my son's in Wyoming, and it's not snowing there yet, although it has
God.
a couple times.
Well, I think I saw one of those snowflakes in our 10-day forecast. Like some night next week, we're going to get some snow.
It was always fun when Halloween was like 20 degrees.
Well, I maybe you're gonna have to define fun for me, because I'm not so sure I remember that.
In hindsight, it's like, my God, we lived through that. You know, it wasn't the Halloween parade, right? We did that through grade school, but it was like there were years where you had to wear your full kind of jumpsuit under your costume.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Which is why the hobo costume was always a popular one for me.
The hobo costume.
You could wear lots of pillows under your shirt. Stay warm that way.
Wow. All right. So I put in the description here or whatever that we would start this program at 11 o'clock. We're approaching that on the East Coast.
It's the soft opening version.
This is the soft opening. It's like soft serve ice cream. It just kind of swirls its way down into the vessel. We're here. And then you take that first bite and you're off to the races. That's how soft serve works.
Bring it.
Good to see everybody. Okay, so we're close enough to 11. So this is the second week we've done this. Voldo and I, we both love cheesy movies. We both love to talk about them. In fact, I don't know if I mentioned this on the show last week or in our discussions about what we wanted to do. One of the things that Voldo and I did one afternoon while we were in high school, I think it was while we were in high school, maybe it was right out of high school.
So proud of this.
And so, I don't know, we had this videotape of a Western.
I know what it was.
Right?
I know what it came from. Yeah. It was Alan Thicke had a program called Thick of the Night, right? Which was a late night talk show program, but he had like all of the best stand-up comedians of that day as writers. And so they did this bit every so often called Flick of the Night, which is obviously a play on Thick of the Night. And basically it was like people of stand-up comedians, Richard Belzer and Elaine Boozler and all of these people who were big in the 70s or in the 80s and the early 90s. And they would overdub black and white movies live. And it just fascinated me. It was just one of these things that I was like, and it was so funny. It was always the funniest thing. And so we decided to do this.
Yeah. So we had I don't know, was there a reason we had this Western on videotape, or was it the only thing that we found at the time? We just recorded it.
I think that was it. You took what you got.
So, and you have to remember something. First of all, computers were home computers were basically in their infancy. I don't think you may have had one of the first IBM PC computers.
I had a PC Junior.
Yeah. I had an Apple IIe at the time, and that was what I used. So we didn't have computer technology to help us do this, so we videotaped a part of a movie anyway, and then we wrote our own dialogue and we overdubbed it. And I'm not even sure how we did that technically. Maybe your VCR would allow you to do an audio.
No, we did it to cassette.
Oh, so we did it to a cassette. Then did we play the cassette along with the movie?
Yeah, you had to play them both at the same time. We had to line them up and say go for it to work.
Talk about archaic.
No tech.
But yeah, we were very, very proud of that effort. Oh my God.
That was fun.
It was a lot of fun. And anyway, so that was, kind of all part of this love we've had for bad movies and bad dialogue and comedy and all that stuff. So this is our second attempt to share some of that with you. Tonight we're going to watch a film called The Ironbound Vampire. Now, using the word film to describe this is actually very, very generous. This
was film.
Yeah. This movie is from 1997. Written and directed by a gentleman by the name of Carl Petrie or Petrie. I'm not sure how you pronounce his name. Carl went on to do a few other things, including Psycho Sisters and Roswell, ? Yes! ! I think his last work was in 2007. He may have given up after that. I'm not sure. I don't see anything else listed for him as a credit after that point. So he started in 1997 with this particular film. Now, the thing that is really interesting about this movie, and being somewhat involved in filmmaking, particularly in the horror industry with my Scaricon convention. I know how this kind of thing works. What he decided to do was bring a few names into the project that would attract attention.
Oh, interesting.
And two of the names in this project, two of the actors in this film, I'm wondering how many people will recognize the names. One of those names is Dolores Fuller, and the other name is Conrad Brooks. Dolores Fuller and Conrad Brooks. Looking at our chat room, how many folks know those names? Can they put those names with a project or a thing? I'm waiting to see before I start explaining.
I do not. I don't have any. See, this is it. This is my lack of horror as a beloved genre. I think that's what I'm missing here.
Well, both of those names are attached to the same history, and that history relates to a gentleman who was named, I think, in 1984, 81, somewhere in there. He was named the worst director of all time.
That's hard.
And we're of course we're talking about Edward. Is it C? Edward C. Wood? Edward C. Wood Jr. Ed Wood. Anyway, writer director of films such as Plan 9 from Outer Space, Bride of the Monster. Crap! I'm blanking out on some of the other ones that he did. Oh, geez. Anyway, Glenn or Glenda. Some really groundbreaking work there. But anyway, so Dolores Fuller was his fiancée. And if anybody has seen the movie Ed Wood by Tim Burton, the Dolores Fuller character is played by, what's her name, from Sex and the City? Sarah Jessica Parker. Yes.
Uh-huh.
And Conrad Brooks, also in this movie we're going to see tonight, was a Ed Wood actor. He never had any major roles in any of those films, but he was in Plan 9 from Outer Space and those other films, and has had a long career of very, very, to use the letter B is generous, movie appearances.
Wait.
Yeah.
So I'm going to back this. Well, I'm sure you're going to bring this full circle. I'm just going to break in right here. Mm-hmm. You're telling me that these were the two names that he got.
Yeah.
To be in this picture.
Yes. We're not talking Academy Award winners.
Enough.
These are the names that we're talking about. And, from a cult film perspective, you can understand why they might have some appeal. I have a very personal story about Conrad Brooks that I'll share a little bit later. We'll take a break during the real change of the film, and I'll tell the story about Conrad Brooks, but it's a really very funny story. Conrad, quite a character, an amazing character, actually. And I have some very personal stories to share. The other thing I want to point out about this particular film, just to show you the quality of what we're about to watch, let me read for you the plot synopsis, okay? A World War I U.S. soldier is cursed by a vampire, and when he returns home to his hometown of Newark, New Jersey, he tries to stay alive by his daily, I'm going to read this word that's in here exactly the way it's in here. He tries to stay alive by his daily consummation for blood.
Okay.
Now, I'll read the rest of it, then I'll go back to that. Nearly 80 years later, a dogged police detective seeking materials to write a book about vampires teams up with a local journalist. Then they try to find this mysterious person whom the press has dubbed the, quote, Ironbound vampire, due to his MO of leaving murder victims dry of blood. Okay, first of all, am I missing some kind of reference that Ironbound means dry of blood? I don't quite get that reference, but
no, that's a good question. I think you might be. Yeah, that's possible.
Okay, let's go back to this description of the plot where it says he tries to stay alive by his daily consummation for blood. The word consummation means to consummate, as in a relationship by having sexual intercourse, or it also means the point at which something is complete or finalized. The word this guy was looking for when he wrote this plot synopsis was he tries to stay alive by his daily, what word? He's trying to say he consumes blood.
Consuming.
Yeah. It's not consummation. He is not having sexual intercourse with the blood. I'm just going to point that out here.
That we don't know.
I found that funny, but it's
you never know.
It's a real harbinger of the quality of the film we're about to see. Let me say that.
But they can't write two sentences without screwing up.
Yes. And the word they chose, it reminds me of, I used to work for a company in Cooperstown. It was a small company. We had like 6 employees. And one of the secretaries was telling a story about how when the boss walks into the room, she wishes she could pull the lever on her ejaculation seat.
Yeah, don't we all?
No.
Right there. Right.
I mean, clearly she wanted to say ejection seat. And she said she was going to pull the lever on her ejaculation seat. Oh, man.
I was at home in the basement.
Yeah. All right. So, again, our film tonight is called The Ironbound Vampire, starring Conrad Brooks and the lovely Dolores Fuller. By the way, Dolores Fuller, after she left Ed Wood, and she acted in a couple of his films, including Glen or Glenda, but after she and Bride of the Monster, but after she left Ed Wood, broke off her relationship with him, she went on to write songs that Elvis recorded. She became a songwriter and had actually great success because Elvis actually recorded some of her music. So that's a pretty cool thing as well. Okay. Again, our film is called The Ironbound Vampire. And yes, we are at an accelerated speed here just so we can get through this damn thing.
This is fast.
Yeah.
I always think it's funny. It's like, God, this would be super slow and glotty. Right?
I know.
Downtown New Jersey.
And obviously the writer-director went with the black and white, try to create some atmosphere, which doesn't look quite the same when it looks like it's what you'd see if you walked outside right now. It just doesn't have the same effect.
1997, black and white. Oh, it's a lot cheaper too.
Is that you, Voldo?
Oh man. Oh. Burritos. Oh.
Nothing says a good horror movie like a Walgreens drive-by, by the way. Special appearance by Dolores Fuller. Conrad Brooks.
2 Super 8 camcorders. Just in case.
How's the volume, everybody? I just want to know.
It's easy indeed, Yanni. Easy is the word here. We're driving and parking.
This is my father, the former Newark, New Jersey police detective Eric Steele. He's a great detective, but a lousy typist.
I was just going to say, he doesn't type very well.
Who to do all the typing, so who better to tell the story than me?
Watching a movie.
Now retired, my father spends most of his time writing his book called The Ironbound
learning how to
Vampire.
type.
If this is how long it takes him to write his book, we're not going to see it before he does.
While a cop, my father found a pattern of strange disappearances and deaths in Newark, which went on for years before, during, and after his time on the force.
By the way, I should mention, this film has some very racy content, and including some nudity. So just so you're all aware.
Until the facts unfolded before me.
Funeral music is kind of peppy when it's sped up.
It is. Winging. Oh shit.
I'm a good
Tom
typist.
Wayne, a local boy who left
Actually,
his
I'm
home
not.
in Newark and the love of his life, Nadia, to
You gotta
fight
love a
in the
film that
Great
used
War
some
of
good stock
1918,
footage from World War
the
One.
World War.
World War One
A
footage,
terrible,
yeah.
terrible war.
Well, it wasn't a good war. Let's just put it that way.
Badly wounded and dazed, Tom walked aimlessly through the
And
woods,
walking all the way
trying
back to New
return
Jersey.
his lines.
Dazed and confused, and somehow back in Newark.
Lying in the woods in pain and bleeding, Tom knew he was dying. Suddenly, as if in a dream, a man appeared. Tom called out to him, but the man did not speak. Now as death extended its hand towards Tom, the man carried him away. Where he took Tom, we'll never know. But what is known is that Tom placed his identification onto a fallen soldier's mutilated body and hid aboard a returning ship to New York. At night, Tom left the ship, returning home. That's when the terror began.
Wait, well, who's Tom?
I think Tom's the dead guy.
Tom's the dead guy, and the other guy took his identity? Is that what we're talking about?
No, he took his in World War One. Did they have dog tags?
Dog tags?
Anyway, he put him on another soldier to like say, "Oh, this is me."
Well,
Right? So
Oh.
I'm dead. So then he snuck back to New York under the cloak of darkness by boat, which takes like a week. So there was some days in there somewhere, I'm sure. Okay.
So, what are we doing later? I feel funny about this. Will you stop and let's go? No, why are we getting paid to do all this stupid stuff? Who cares? Would you rather be flipping burgers for less? Picking up papers, magazines, going to the library to look up weird stuff is too strange. This guy is bad, and we don't even know his name. Tomorrow's my turn to go to the cemetery.
This isn't about Epstein,
That's
is
another
it?
thing. Putting flowers on an old grave twice a week.
These people are
Tell this
super
guy
young.
crazy. You're gonna screw up a good thing. Come on, let's go.
Gonna screw up a good thing. Working for that crazy guy. Oh, down the shore. Yeah. Wow.
writing a book and solving
Sure
a
looks
mystery
awful.
requires information. Sometimes you may not get all
Does
that
look
you
awful.
want.
Long time no see, Detective Steele. Well,
Oh,
I've come as you asked.
Steele.
I hear you're writing a book.
I hear you writing a book.
Fact or fiction?
Does it matter?
Oh,
My parents used to come here every weekend when I was a kid.
he's looking for those unexploded World War
I
I
wanna know about
shells.
the guy you worked for as a kid in Newark.
Goes to New
I used
Jersey.
to make beautiful sandcastles. Right over there. Right there.
And then one day
Why
they
did you
blew him
run?
up.
What are you afraid
Hello?
of?
Tunnels. Miles and miles of tunnels under the streets. You can't hide from him.
What? Who? Wait. What?
Okay.
That was less than helpful.
Detective Steele. I'll pray for you.
Yeah, that's also not helpful. What do you mean tunnels?
Miles
just
and
say
miles.
that and run away.
You don't just say that and run away to a former police detective
I know. Who's looking for vampires?
who can't type.
Can't tell. How did they get the rights to
What are you
film in a
doing here?
church?
I've been looking everywhere for you. Well, you really did it this time. I met with him last night, and he knows that you're avoiding him.
Ooh.
You're gonna blow a really good thing.
She already said
Don't know
that.
what to do. I'll tell you what to do. Your mom and dad, they won't be home till tomorrow night. I'll stop by later. Cheer up, because this church is really starting to get to me. Every day this gets a little bit more complicated.
No
Well,
doubt.
that's life, Patty. I'll see you later.
That's life. And you can't deny it. That's
Yo,
life.
check it out. Wow, that's pretty cool. Can I
Oh
try?
my god.
Look at
Ew.
Tesla working
Feels
here.
weird.
Look
you
at
see
Tesla
this?
over here. Oh Jesus.
What the?
Well,
What the hell was that?
My dad's beer.
Does she have the same clothes on she just had on?
And movie. Cool, hook me up.
Or is that different? Are those different clothes? Seriously.
I've been dying for a
Okay.
beer all day.
Well,
So they're smokers, they're drinkers, and they're years old.
We should be making so many Clerks references right now. It is not funny. I mean, seriously, it's black and white. It's New Jersey. It's 1997. Right. It's fucking Clerk. Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Everything should be all right?
Why?
Your sentence is mandatory.
Mandatory. I mean, I'm still cool though, you know. I mean, I'm not gonna do like real time, right? Like
Get no respect. I get no respect.
Come on.
Loser.
Will the court please rise?
Is this a TV show in the movie?
Yes.
So that was a bad TV show that they set up and filmed just to be in that part of the terrible movie?
Yes.
Bye. Bye.
Jesus. Wow.
Nick? Is that you? Did you forget something? Come in.
Oh God. Wow.
The doll came in?
Oh. He's attracted to the staticky thing.
Please, leave me alone. Please, just don't bother me. Please, I promise I won't tell anybody. Please.
What?
Please, I promise I won't tell.
Was that Alf?
What was that?
Oh, boy.
Oh.
Hi, Patty. It's me, Nikki. Are you there? Come on, answer the phone.
Why would you be saying, are you there, if she doesn't answer the phone? Why would you saying, hi, Patty, it's so-and-so, if she hasn't answered the... Oh, answering machine, maybe?
Answering machines, yeah. They existed back then. Ghosting people on the answering machine, that was a thing.
Yeah, that's right.
Not picking up. Oh. Oh.
And, of course, you know he's a retired detective by the trench coat.
And the glasses.
And the glasses, hiding behind a tree at a cemetery.
Yes, I'm really good at this.
Did that angel have a N95 mask on? It looked like it.
Like a machine gun. Oh, I thought it was... Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What are these for?
Gotta be for her friend, right?
That grass grew over there.
In this urban empire stands the League of Death, with faces pale in beauty less decay.
Oh, hi.
He came and brought with him
Who he?
tomorrow, his grave amongst
Tomorrow?
the eternal. Come away. Yet here he lies. Awake him not till he gets his fill of daylight sleep. Tonight he walks, to cast shadows from moon.
Is this the little girl talking? Who's talking?
I don't know.
It was the daughter of the police officer, right? Who's
never
right.
fall,
she's the narrator.
ageless, godless,
So wait, who's that?
eternal.
I don't know. I don't know who either of those people are.
I am like him, now to be called vampire.
So you're telling me someone had enough money that they didn't want.
That they didn't want anymore. They didn't
Just
want
sort
to
of like-
keep.
Like, here, this is just, it's not doing me any good. Just take it. Do something creative. Oh, that's a sparkly knit
Hello,
thing.
Nadia.
Oh, hey. What?
Wait, go. She lost clothes in a hurry.
Hello, Nadia.
It
Wait.
can't be you. You're dead.
I've been watching you. You act like a whore.
Whoa!
I think I was going to marry you.
Hey, that's really...
No, you don't understand. I was lost after you died. I mean...
Wait, didn't he die in World War
I needed
One?
Died in
somebody.
World War One.
I'm back now. Are you willing to
back.
spend the rest of your life with me?
Yes,
He looks like he's about to crack up with every line.
forever.
Oh boy!
Okay. All right.
Ouch!
Is this the consummation part?
I guess this is the consummation.
A little bit of both.
We come here today
Oh.
to join the two of you.
Wait, what?
What's this now?
Oh, not, all right, now we're tying the hands.
Was that video we just saw back right after World War I? Was
As
that
I
a
insert the blade,
flashback?
Oh, fuck.
you'll feel it's cold steel.
What? Oh, okay.
As I turn the
thought their
blade,
hands
I
were
will
this
rend your
way.
flesh and withdraw it.
I'm
You will share this
confused.
pain.
Wait, what?
You will share
Oh,
this moment.
You're gonna bleed all over each other.
Ooh.
Yuck. Okay, great. Thanks. Needed that.
I ask you now to pick up the goblets with your left hand. Extend them forth.
Okay, no. Chug. And who the fuck mic'd that thing? Somebody stuck a
I'm
mic
asking
inside of that
To
thing.
bring your hand over each other's glass and share that most precious of fluids.
What? Mountain Dew?
What are the most precious of words?
Oh.
So is this
On the blood?
is this a flashback? Is that what we're watching? Well,
No,
never-
I think that was an
Detective Steele.
intermission
It's obsessed
Stevie
with
Nicks
writing this
video.
book.
Oh,
He
yeah.
should spend his retired life traveling, not writing.
There's Conrad Brooks, by the way, on the left.
Shall I cancel the gathering? No, I can't wait to see Miss Powell again. In fact, invite more guests.
Don't arrange. The guy's here. He knows what to do. Man, where you been? Been waiting like, it must be an hour or so. Come on. Well, let's get on with it. Come on, come on. I ain't got all day.
He ain't got all day.
Listen to grunge Charles Manson.
Come on, get the thing on. Come on.
He knows what he's talking about.
Been waiting all day, man. I need a hit, man. I need it bad.
Fuck?
All right.
Dude with an IV?
Ooh, some weird makeup stuff going on there.
Oh man, that
This
is
is gonna
just
take too
awful
long,
makeup.
man. I ain't got no time for this, man. I gotta get a hit. I gotta get a hit, man.
Didn't
This stuff. You get it in the
But
bag.
that's what he.
wasn't that what was happening?
Dude,
You gotta
no,
relax,
we-
bro, man.
Ooh,
Oh.
ooh, the quiet guy in the back.
Let's get out of here.
Well,
Hey,
we're
he asked for a hit.
finished.
What?
Oh, they were taking blood out of him.
So the guy that pushed him into the wall, that was the vampire guy that got married? That guy?
I don't think so. Wow. That's a lot of IP.
Again, our director writer of this film, Carl Petrie. If anybody knows Carl, he might be working at
call in.
the 7-Eleven in Newark. It's just a guess.
Right.
Tom, this guy's been over here for over an hour.
Yeah, Tom.
Questions about him. Do you know him?
Yeah, he's a cop, writing a book, looking for something to write about.
Do you want me to get rid of him?
No, that's right. I'll take care of him.
Right? Tom's our vampire character, right?
Yeah, he is. But he's a friend of the common man, apparently. Yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, typo. All right, so everybody's a vampire here. Yeah.
Are they drinking blood?
Good stuff. Yeah.
So
Napa Valley Red. Yeah.
they would.
Yeah, 2 hands because you can't drink with one. That's just bizarre.
Teresa,
Okay.
I am the Tom Lane you remember. I haven't changed. I'm the same. The same.
In 80 years.
The same.
Oh, now what year are we in? This we keep.
50 something. Okay. All right. I'm with this.
Carl, some titles or something to help us with these transitions would be appreciated here.
Newark,
Tom,
1956.
why don't you turn the lights on?
I'm sorry. I didn't expect you home so soon.
Tom, I got
Tom?
it. I got the picture contract. We're gonna move to Hollywood.
Oh, you know it's an old flashback when she said she got a picture contract.
Sunny California.
Yeah.
We're gonna go there.
I guess this is your dream come true.
It is. Let's celebrate.
I didn't. I
I
want
don't
to
have any
go.
champagne, but I do have some wine. Let me go get some.
How come you don't age? Is that a
To
question?
your success in Hollywood, the blood of the grape.
Oh yeah, he remembers that.
All
Yeah.
right.
So the retired detective looks
Wait,
like he's about 35.
He really is getting younger.
I think you'll like it. Enjoy.
What? Oh, she's gonna do something? Oh, look at that. Wow, yeah.
They're drinking the blood, I'm telling you.
I think she's actually playing that.
Yeah, I could be convinced she is at this point. Oh.
You're a vampire, and I love you.
You know who I am? Dead man if you don't leave me alone.
Yeah?
Can we be blood brothers?
See these people here? They're loyal to me. So I buy them a couple of drinks every now and then.
Damn it, Carl. Damn it, Carl.
I can get them anything I want long after
Are
you're
you
gone.
there? Uh-oh.
I mean, what did the director say? Make sure you
Going
use two hands on the blood.
It's blood, man.
Now that is one calm cucumber right there. And I'm not
I
talking
don't
about
get
the guy. I'm talking
erections
I'm talking about the fact he might need the blue pill.
Yeah, get away from him. He's not gonna.
No, family.
Why is the crowd noise louder than the dialogue? Oh,
To go.
here's this
You
guy.
have to go now, Tom. And you'd better go too, Detective Steele.
I don't think the speeding up of the film affects that guy's voice that much. I think he's pretty much Squiggy.
I want Squiggy's backstory. I want to know more about Squiggy. He is the most interesting thing in this film so far.
Yes.
How to get the big mustache? How to get the big fuzzy hair?
Oh, and there's Dolores Fuller. Dolores Fuller, Ed Wood's former fiance. I don't know who he is, and I definitely don't know who he is.
Damn.
But that's Conrad Brooks on our screen right now, closing the door, locking the door, whatever he just did.
I get a bubble
Oh, yeah.
wants to sell move to Manhattan with all the rest of the rights.
Nah, Billy finishes his next book.
This is the director's grandfather.
David Niven on Prelude.
Their shoes are appropriately mic'd.
Where the fuck did they come from?
We're in the back room. Conrad has a spare half dozen
How
of
can I
women.
empty the garage now?
Good. The kids are there.
Someone's nephew. The director's nephew.
I can see this. No, Dolores, seriously, we just want you to come in and just stand around at a party. And we'll pay you $500.
Hey, Ambrose, how about some drinks?
Whoa, Conrad.
Ambrose, I'd like some red wine.
And now we see why she didn't act much.
Yes, Mom.
Yeah, how about an expensive scotch straight up?
Is that what you? Well, how about an expensive scotch?
Mr. Wayne like.
Boy, what costs more than $100 a
I
shot?
thought you published 2 of his books.
I did. But if we always communicated by letter, or he'd send someone else around to the office and have his checks direct deposited.
Turn the piano down.
Did he just say he had his sex direct deposited?
I don't think so. He said he had his secretary direct deposit it.
Hello, I'm Tom.
Why? Who told her that the skeleton dress was the right dress for this scene?
Such a smart move.
Oh, ladies giving her the eye, and the nephew.
Such clever. As if you were there.
Bless.
My great-grandfather, he was a wonderful storyteller, and he passed the stories along to me. I'm very fortunate. If you'll excuse me, I must greet the other guests.
I can't get over how young he looks. He's like a clone of his father, except for his long hair.
That makes him young, you see.
Those kids. Oh,
Because of their long hair.
This is homemade.
oh,
Why?
Conrad.
Get it from my neighbors.
Is it
They're from
expensive?
Portugal.
Not really.
Super
We
fucking
steal
cheap.
it from the basements at night. And they don't
What?
even know about it. Would you care for some?
What?
Yeah, I'll try some.
Everyone, I have an announcement.
Free
I'd like to tell
wine
you
that's
of
been
my
stolen?
latest
Shit,
work
yeah.
in progress. It's a love story of modern times. And my inspiration is one of our guests, the lovely Miss Therese Powell. Please take a bow.
That's not a bow. That wasn't a bow. That was a head. That was a head dip.
Please enjoy yourselves. And Ambrose can get
Did anybody tell this guy that in 1997, 80s hair was out?
Sure.
He's so old at this point. He doesn't know what.
From the real estate office.
Hey,
Spoke to Tom last night. He
Tom.
wants you and Johnny to check out the factory.
Hey,
Check out the what?
Factory needs some work,
the
but
factory.
at the price I'm selling it for, it's a bargain.
Okay.
Tom told me he has
Waste
a lot
some more
of large
time.
Yeah,
boxes
act
stored
like
in
somebody's
the
talking back to you.
basement. Let me know when you want to move them, and I'll arrange the move, all right?
Oh, here he is. What's his name? Can we give him a name?
Oh, we have to get. We need a name. What's chat think? What should his name? The guy with the jean jacket and the
The mustache and the
curly
poofy hair.
black. Yeah, that guy. What should his name be?
I don't care what it is. We're giving him another one.
Bye.
Oh damn.
Ambrose, Sai says we can move in right away.
Good. Very good, Johnny. Very good.
No, Johnny does not fit him.
Yeah, that's not a Johnny.
He needs the squiggly here.
This is perfect. This is a great place.
Yes. He will definitely like this place.
To a vampire, a casket is home. All precautions must be taken to assure a highly
Alfonso
transported-
is one of our
a basement,
suggestions.
Alfonso's great.
Alfonso,
or
Bob.
even an old
Bob.
rundown factory.
Gino. Oh, I like Gino. But he's like the.
Are they
the-
really sitting there discussing a hole? like bewildered by this hole? Oh, back to the cemetery.
He's like the Igor
Tom
of the
promised
thing.
us we'd never wind up here.
I don't know where they found this guy, but he needs to be in
Fucking
more
Jersey
movies.
Igor.
He needs to be in more movies. Oh, whoa, there's a tooth.
I'm
Where?
to prove something.
What? That can die.
Oh my God.
There's a tooth.
Go ahead, ask away.
So
Back in the 50s, you worked for Tom Lane.
casting call. Have one too?
Look it up.
Soft-spoken, quiet, kind of good-looking.
Did you ever see him during the day?
Vampires don't go out during the day.
That's a nice tooth you got there.
Able to string 3 words together.
I thought it was crazy.
When did all this happen?
Director's mom.
October 9th, 1959. That's the day he threw me off of the Jackson Street Bridge.
Oh,
Who left me for dead. It's,
Wait.
it's not something
sorry.
to
Sorry.
forget.
Are we talking about Tom?
Listen, Detective Steele. Your detective buddies wanted to put me in a rubber room when I told them what happened. I spent 8 months. 8 months in a psycho ward. Trying to convince them white-suited wannabe Freuds that I wasn't trying to kill myself.
What is she talking about?
And then you say I was right all the time. Well, you're years too late. Want to
she's
name the
mad.
book? Fine.
Okay.
But when you describe me, you tell him who I am. You tell him I'm the woman in a wheelchair. The bitter woman
Oh,
in the
wow.
wheelchair.
We didn't know that. Okay. Oh. The city day.
Oh, here we go. Center for Paranormal Research, New York.
Where have these things been the entire time?
Right.
It could have been
I think
goddamn movie.
I think Carl heard our suggestion, and
Why are you asking me so many questions?
what's this?
Holy
I need your help.
What's with those
I need to
teeth?
know the facts so we can help you.
I am pregnant.
So?
I haven't been with a man for 15 years.
So how
Well,
did this
first of
happen?
all, that's a
Was
problem.
in my basement, in my laundry room, and the door shut behind me. A big breeze came threw me against my washing machine. The washing machine started to bang up and down.
That wasn't the washing machine banging.
Banging, all right.
I couldn't move.
Someone was holding your hands?
Yes, but I did not see anyone. There was no one there.
Can you show me this washing machine? You can see what this guy's thinking right now.
They kept repeating my name.
I'd like you to reenact the washing machine scene, please.
One of them said to me, bark like a dog. And then another one said to me, who is your daddy? Who is your daddy? He kept repeating this over and over again. Who is your daddy?
Did you say anything?
Yes, I said.
Did you
"Name
tell him who your daddy
is-
was?
This is my father's name.
Did you smell anything?
Did you smell anything?
I smelled
Go back to the daddy.
Did you smell anything?
Didn't you have a call on line 3?
Thank you.
If you did, I would go visit a
I wanted to
doctor.
thank you for sending that information to me.
My pleasure, Detective. I'm glad to
That's
help
all.
you.
They're just going to show us that thing, and that's
I have a lot of the information.
And go back
I
to
know
all
after,
day
but I need
typing
help to get
Harry
this
here.
Would you help me do that?
Yes.
Oh
I
my
could use some time
God.
away from the office.
Yeah.
By the way, you never told me where in Newark you're looking.
It's the Ironbound section.
That's good. That's my old neighborhood. I even graduated from East Side High.
Good, that'll help.
That'll
You
help.
have my number. Call me later tonight. We'll plan a time to meet.
It'll be real soon. Trust me, real soon.
Real soon. Real soon.
All right. When's the break?
We got about 90 seconds.
Oh, good.
Oh, here we got another. Look, Newark, Penn. Now we have information. This movie may start making sense. They're in the subterranean subway jazz club.
Man, panhandlers have gotten a lot better.
Things were very bad. You couldn't find a job. And if you had a job, it didn't pay much.
So how did you get to know Tom Lane?
I really don't remember the name. It's been quite a while back.
Tall, long hair, vampire.
You did work for him. You got money from him.
Yes. Yes, I did receive money, and so did some of my friends.
What did you do for the money?
Well,
I worked hard. Worked hard for them.
at different
So hard
places,
for it, honey.
And he took blood from us. And he was like a doctor. He had a needle, and
I tell you what, Dolores Fuller did not age well.
and
She aged during the filming.
Yes.
dripping into a bottle.
Oh. Oh, this is our break. Okay.
Oh, look at that. All
This
right.
is our break.
Reel
Yes.
one.
Wow. Okay. So far,
That's the recap.
what do we know so far?
Tom died in the war.
Let's back up. What we know is there was a World War I. I got that so far. Okay.
Tom was there, walked back to Newark.
He walked back to Newark.
Pretty impressive.
Was Tom the guy that died, or was Tom the guy that found the guy that died?
No, he was the guy that died, and the guy that found him was a vampire, made him a vampire.
Oh, you got all that from that, what we just
That's
saw.
the start. That's the start of this, right? And then he skulked out of Europe and hid away on a freighter.
Yeah.
Came back to New York.
He and who's the oh, come on. Who's the Dracula guy? Oh my God, the realtor that goes to Transylvania to sell Dracula, and he ends up becoming Dracula's assistant. What the hell's his name?
God.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Oh, come on. All right.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
It's like 2 syllables. Hang on. You can keep talking about this, and I will come up with this.
Dracula's. Yeah. Oh God, he eats bugs.
What's his name? Yeah, eats bugs. Exactly.
Anybody?
This is going to drive me crazy.
Oh.
I got this.
dang.
I got this. Renfield.
Oh, thank God.
He's the Renfield.
Yes, he is. Absolutely.
Okay. I don't even know who we're talking about. I forgot. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So he walks back to Newark.
Walks back to Newark, and then he starts this life where he lives over and over again. And we've already heard someone refer to him modern times as looking just like his father, except with the long hair. So it's him, and somehow he convinces people that he's. And then I think we've met a couple of people that he either partnered with or almost partnered with, and know him from the past, and just know him. And so Carl, who can't type, and writes in a weird diagonal way. He's trying to track this guy down, but knows him, met him in the bar, couldn't get his pickle up because the female vampires were trying to convince him to, I don't know what.
He had that cool cucumber.
He was a cool cucumber in that scene. Regardless of how many vampirellas were on.
Vampirellas. And we also know that Dolores Fuller had a skeleton print dress on.
I think it was a zebra print.
I think you're right. But it really looked like a skeleton print. So really let me, as we have this break in the film here, let me tell one of my. I have a couple Conrad Brooks stories that all occurred in the same span of 4 hours. So, as the promoter and owner and runner and whatever of Scaricon, I tried to get Conrad Brooks to appear at my convention, and that process, we developed a relationship. He would call me 3 times a day, every day. For months.
Really?
And I had
just in preparation for it?
No. There was no reason for the calls.
Okay.
And I had a guy that was like one of my key volunteers. His name was Scott. And I kind of said, "Hey Scott, will you handle Conrad for me, because he obviously needs a lot of attention, and I just got other things going on. I can't do it." So Scott started to talk to him, and Scott would answer the 3 calls a day. And
do I know Scott?
No, it's a different Scott.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, we have this relationship going on with Conrad Brooks, and Conrad invites us to come down to his house. He lives in West Virginia. He said, "Come down. Love to meet you two." And, whatever. So Scott and I get in the car. We make the, it was like 7-hour drive to West Virginia to meet with Conrad. We pull up to the address. Now, first of all, it's a trailer. Half of the trailer is collapsed on itself. I mean, it's the living conditions were appalling, frankly. But we go in. Conrad's there. He's very happy to see us. He's basically confined to living, and this is kind of a sad part of the story, but he's confined to living in the bedroom of the trailer and half of the living room. The rest of the trailer is in shambles. So we sit down. And I'm actually not starstruck per se, but because of his connection to Ed Wood and my fascination with those films, I'm really excited to talk to him. And I actually recorded my whole 2 or 3 hours with him on my phone. So I have these conversations recorded. But anyway, so we sit down, we start talking, and about a half hour into the conversation, and I'm really getting into the stories about Ed Wood and making Plan 9 from outer space, all this stuff. He says, JV, can you do me a favor, buddy? I'm like, yeah, what do you need, Conrad? Can you go to the A&P market and buy me $2 of sliced chicken? I said, okay. He said, don't worry, just go and tell the person at the deli that it's for Conrad. They'll know exactly what I want. I'm like, okay. He hands me like $3, whatever it was. I jump in my car. I drive down to the A&P. I walk up to the deli, and I said, I need a half a pound or whatever it was of sliced chicken. And the woman says, Conrad? I said, yes. She gives me the half a pound of sliced chicken. I get back in the car. I drive. The gas to get me was to get there and back was worth more than the amount of chicken I bought. But anyway, so I get back. I hand Conrad his chicken. He's very thankful he has his chicken. So we continue to talk. Now we're sitting in his bedroom at this point. Conrad says this bedroom is full of like stacks of VHS tapes and DVDs and all this stuff. And he pulls out a pile. He says, going through them, he goes, have you ever seen any of these films, JV? I'm like, I know some of them. He goes, do you want any of them? I'm like, sure, Conrad. If you're trying to get rid of them, I'll take them. So he starts going through these piles, and you need this one, puts it in a pile. Oh, you need this one, puts it in a pile. By the end of this, there's probably 100 movies in a pile earmarked for me. And so we finish our conversation, and again, about 4 hours total, and we have to get going, have to make the drive back. And so we're like, hey, Conrad, thank you so much. It was such a pleasure to meet with you. Looking forward to having you at Scaricon, all this stuff. He said, do you need anything to put those movies in? I'm just like, well, do you have a box or something? That'd be great. He said, yeah. And he gives me a box. I throw them all in there. I start walking out. He goes, do you want to pay me now or do you want me to send you a bill? I'm like, for what? He said, for the movies. It's $10 a piece for the DVDs and $5 for the VHSs. I'm like, Conrad.
You're going to give them to me.
I said, I don't have any money with me, like that amount of money. I mean, this is not like $600 in movies. He said, just send me a check. And I walk out owing him $600. I don't know. Not one of those films would I have taken if I had known I was paying for it, A. Yeah. And the reason I would say, oh, yeah, I want that one is because there's all these crappy movies that nobody wanted. And I thought I was being kind to him by saying, oh, I want that one. Oh, yeah, I definitely want that one.
Take that off.
And it ended up costing me about $600.
Oh, my God. But, hey, meet your hero.
It's a great story. And just to kind of wrap it up, Conrad never made it to Scaricon. He actually called me like a week prior to the show and said he couldn't come for whatever. I don't know what his reason was. And he ended up dying a couple years ago, sadly. Yeah, 2017. Thank you, Gene. Yeah, he passed away. And I hadn't talked to him in a while, but even after that event, he would call me 2 or 3 times a week anyway. And I would answer one of those calls. I just didn't have the time to sit and talk the way he wanted to. But his family not disowned him, but neglected him. He was very lonely and very sad story. Anyway, so that's the story. Are we ready to continue with Ironbound Vampire?
Yes, I'm going to grab a beer.
Okay, get yourself a beer. When you are ready, we'll continue with Reel 2 of this riveting movie called The Ironbound Vampire. Yeah, Hoss, he soaked me. I'm like, he just scammed me. I had no idea it was being scammed. And he did need the money, Jada, so I was, I was like, okay, I have no problem with that. Absolutely no problem. I just thought it was funny. I wasn't angry. I thought it was funny. It is a bit of a sad story, Gene. I know that, but it was also there's some humor to it. What I ought to do someday is actually pull out some of the interview that the again 2 hours of conversation that I recorded. He tells some pretty funny stories. But what a character! And he was the last one alive of the Ed Wood cast and ensemble. The last one. My buddy Scott stayed in contact with him a lot longer than I did, and talked to him right up to the last few months of his life. So, all right, we ready for the Ironbound Vampire?
I just want everybody to know that tonight I need my emotional support beer. So everybody knows. That's where I'm drinking tonight.
Is this the second reel? I think it is. All right, here we go. Reel 2 of Carl Petrie's The Ironbound Vampire.
And that was it.
Did you ever ask why he did it?
I've learned never to ask questions. The money was good.
And Miss Price, according to this report, back in 1943, you were taken to the police station for questioning after you were treated at the hospital for an arm injury. This report says that you were hurt by a medical technician who badly bruised your arm while drawing blood from you during a wartime blood drive. It seems the hospital didn't believe your story, so they called the police. The police thought you were a drug addict. You didn't have a job, yet you had quite a bit of money on you.
The police let me go.
You didn't get blood at any blood drive, did you?
No.
You were paid for your blood, weren't you?
Oh, but that was such a long time ago. Why ask me about that now?
I'm sorry, we're conducting an investigation, and we're in kind of a hurry. I guess we get a little carried away with our methods of asking questions sometimes. But, Miss Price,
you mean your
please be
methods
honest
like
with us.
asking
We
questions?
really need this information.
Our methods of
Okay,
asking
a group of us gave blood. I know at that time it was very unpatriotic. The last time I sold blood to him was when he hurt me.
Who did you sell it to?
I don't know his name. I don't remember his name. But I think he was a soldier.
What would make you say that?
He said to us one night, I'd like to pay back those Huns what they did to me at the last war.
And then he sang It's a Long Way to Tipperary. And that sealed it for us.
So that's Tommy, right?
Yeah.
Is this a Bon Jovi video?
I think it is.
Oh, cop is suspicious. I've seen that guy in former world wars. It's either that or why is he walking around with 80s hair?
Dude. Grunge up or go home.
Oh, Philadelphia. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. Thank you.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
Shot of Independence Hall would have done that for us, but okay.
Yeah, it would have. Oh, look at that.
You know what the difference is between working in New York and Philadelphia?
Okay, so is this...
New York is too cold.
Is this the woman who got raped by the washing machine's husband?
People are warm.
Same accent.
You should seriously consider moving to Philadelphia.
I'll give it some thought.
Good. The sooner the better.
Who's he talking to?
How come he sounds Eastern European?
Well, let's
Are
talk
all
about
people from
Tom Lane,
Philadelphia
shall we?
Eastern European?
Do you have an opinion?
After reviewing all the facts, yes,
I don't know.
believe Tom Lane could be a vampire.
Hey, Dad, can
I'm
you
not
do like
saying
an
yes,
Eastern
but
European
given the
accent?
circumstances as presented to me.
I'll come down to the office.
So how do you feel we should proceed in the capture of Tom Lane?
That won't be easy. He possesses kind strength and is very smart.
Is a very, very
Never
smart.
underestimate him. In Russia, the cemetery is
Russia?
full of people
That
who
is
laugh
not
at
a Russian
vampires.
accent.
This is not the Hollywood vampire you are after. You know, this could be the real thing.
The
So
real thing.
then you believe in the myths, the wooden stakes and holy water.
To kill a vampire? No, you must decapitate him.
I see. Thank you.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
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 Oh,
Oh, here's a
There are
knife.
use for this.
Yeah. Take
Come on.
Oh, here he is.
Place
back.
down here.
What did we say? Gino, Alfonso? Where'd we end up on that?
Come on. This is the place. This is the stage.
Jimmy.
Lights.
Ooh.
You know, I could have been a great actor. Great like Valentino.
No, better than Valentino.
Who's that?
A Valentino
Who's the-
Eternal.
Oh, quick cut.
Wait,
The Dance of the Vampires.
come on.
Break out the film and turn up the
Oh, wait,
light.
what?
We're gonna see it again tonight.
You say
There'll
it?
be no sound
What?
in the show. The lines
What?
will tell.
Whoa.
Oh. Turn your flashlight up.
In time.
Hey, you goddamn vampires, get out of here.
Dance with me, Tom.
Oh,
Oh, why?
hey.
Leave me alone! Just leave me alone!
Dance with me, Tom.
Why won't they just leave me alone?
Why is he breaking
I just want to be
down?
left alone. Make him go. Please make him go.
Oh,
No,
Oh.
make him go.
He's a sensitive vampire.
he's a very sensitive vampire. Oh.
Okay.
Hit Tom. Hit Tom.
Oh, Gino to the rescue!
Dad, have a drink.
This will make you
Look
feel
at that,
better.
Tom.
I've got my boo satchel with me. Boy, there's a lot happening now. The second reel of this film. Whoa, what is this? What is this?
Oh, I thought you were looking for you. Okay.
Who is this? Who's that?
That's like the caretaker of the theater that they just happened to be in.
The guy that was walking down the hallway earlier?
Yeah, with the flashlight, saying, "Get out of here!" you
Wait, is this the
vampire."
teenage girl from the beginning of the film that was helping somebody do something?
Oh, yeah, the crazy guy.
Nikki.
Okay, so is Gino a
They've been
vampire
waiting for
or
you.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. He just wants to act. He wants to act like he is. He wants to be a part of the in crowd.
Jersey Shore Igor. What the hell we go?
I'm covering up. I'm covering up the Mill Creek logo.
70 Socko was a vampire.
Yes, he was.
Tom always keeps his promises.
Oh.
Now I'll never die.
I don't want to die either. I don't want to end up like Patty.
Okay.
Come to me. Come to me.
They're like 5 feet apart.
Okay.
Joe.
She looks kind of butch.
Williams.
Those shoulder
How do you know
pads.
my name?
Yeah, it is
I
the
know
90s.
everything.
Oh.
I know a lot of things.
Are we sure that's not Lawrence Taylor
Such
from the
as?
Giants?
Such as,
Oh, it
you might
could
be
well be.
down here on my block for a reason. What is that
Brian
reason?
Bosworth
My business.
Jr..
Ah, wait a minute, come back here. It might be my business too.
Get back
You
here.
know?
Huh?
Might have some information for you.
Female,
Special
right?
people,
Be ashamed if something happened to them.
people you might be
Colonel.
looking for. Who? You got a name?
Look at this,
No,
Dino.
I got better.
The watch. The
Address.
Chinese watch.
Time that you can find these people?
Why give it to me? It's the police's job.
I don't deal with the police.
The police
See, I'm
is...
in a business, you know, entrepreneur, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. That's it.
You make it worth my while? Name, address.
Check it out.
And then I
Fine.
don't break your nose.
What's in it for me?
Not
I gotta know
breaking
it's
my
good.
nose.
I won't
Let me
set
check it out.
fire to
You
you.
gotta know it's good. Huh? You're on my block.
Yeah.
My block is good. I take care of my block. My block
Yeah.
takes care of me.
Yeah.
You take care of me, and I got your back.
Wait.
Alright,
Who's taking
take care
care
of
of
you.
what?
Yeah, I don't know
Take
who's...
the numbers there.
So people taking care of
You got
me?
needs? Maybe I could fulfill them. Otherwise,
It-
you leave my name out of it for the police.
Is this
I
an
don't do
effort
that.
for someone to pick somebody up?
Me and
Or
the
is
police
this...
don't dig each other.
Was this a come
Watch
on
your back.
scene? What is this?
All it is.
Nasty stuff can happen.
Oh my God.
Take
Okay. God, insinuate a
Wow.
little bit more, shall we? Can you be more specific? Oh, now we're making
Looks like Gino's there with his booze satchel.
some bloody red label there. Yeah.
Ooh, what are we watching?
Watching some 8mm.
How about a real show?
What? Got really bad porn. Oh my God.
Oh, something else.
Oh,
that I like a
amazing.
lot.
I was not expecting to see that. That is so good. Wow. Socko has some definite explaining to do. Smiley pixelated genitalia Socko is my favorite. And this is sped up. This is like so slow, so plotty. He just keeps getting happier and happier.
Oh.
Ow. All right.
Detective, I found him over here.
Yeah, I found one over here.
Oh, what?
It-
They sold it to some.
Okay, there's one more over in the side room. Dr. Williams, I'm just taking the 2 now. The cops will be down at the scene later, and I'll give you a call from the police station.
What the
after
fuck
we
is he
drop these
calling
two off.
on?
Something with a cord.
Oh,
The
God.
casket broke open and body fell out. You gotta come and see this.
It's a big pile of dust. Really confusing.
Ooh.
It's on fire. There you go.
What the?
Yeah. Yeah.
What
Was
was
he giving him
Nice to
some
meet
stink
you.
eye?
Detective, how are you? Good to see you
Oh,
again.
that's a very
I was told not to
unfortunate
start you right up until
hairstyle.
You saw the body.
That's a very
It's still
unfortunate
swollen, but
hairstyle.
It's party in the back and nothing else.
No.
Yeah, there's no business up front. No.
No business in the front at all.
Wow. That is awkward.
Tom Wayne? I grew up on Magazine Street.
Number 128. Your father, Peter. Your mother, Agnes. You have no brothers or sisters. Very few boyfriends you had in high school. Went away to college in California.
Who is he, Santa
Came back to the
Claus?
East Coast about 10 years ago. Driving a four-door sedan.
Jesus
Surprised I know all
Christ.
that?
How?
From what I've read, what I've seen. You've made the papers quite often.
So, who is buried at your gravesite?
Jimmy Johnson.
What?
Real nice guy.
Congrats.
He's from
All
Atlanta.
right, well done.
How long
Did you just hear that?
I can live
You're in.
forever.
Forever?
Forever.
Wow.
Locked up in a room. Day after day. Doctors will come and see me. Come and see
Alone
the
on a
vampire.
hill?
And their children will come.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Their children's children will come. Like a caged lion that never dies.
Yeah.
Alone. Fat and naughty now.
Just a quick thing
I
here.
can't be
I could
suffering.
cut your head off
I know
and
that.
stop all that.
I want you.
I mean, if that's what you're asking for, because it sounds like
Just
you're
one
kind
more
of
time.
bemoaning the fact that you're going to live forever.
Yeah.
I've done that right here.
As you say,
I have this weird poking
police
thing.
let
Look
you
at that.
know, they'll be responsible for what you do from this day forward. If they put you in prison, they have to keep you isolated from all the other inmates. And if they let sunlight in, you'll die, and they'll be accused of your murder.
Yeah.
The Veterans Administration is now involved. No matter what.
Because the World War I vets need some extra care in 1997.
Eat
knocking down the doors.
They want to take up your case. The tabloids, they're offering $100,000 for your picture. And vampire hunters, they've put out a bounty on you. Families of missing persons for 100 miles radius of here are accusing you of murder and filing lawsuits against you.
And I got this knife from a
The police
Eastern
are back
European
to
Philadelphia
resident.
Here of Carbone. And doctors. Doctors from here and around the world want to examine you. They're moving medical equipment into this building even as we speak.
You could save me from this.
How?
One has a mic, one is using the mic on the camcorder.
Dr. Petrovich told me.
Quarter mic, I knew
They
it.
didn't search me before I came in.
It's so
They searched
true.
your purse. They didn't search your leg that's strapped to.
What now?
We were strapped for time. Oh, there it is. So, what do you think of that?
Even if I gave you the dagger, you still couldn't escape.
I don't want to escape. I want you to kill me.
Oh, so he does want her to kill him.
You could. Dagger's razor sharp. You could decapitate me with one stroke.
Yeah, not that easy. Not that easy.
Defense.
One
I mean,
stroke, you said.
how many times, Voldo, have you tried to decapitate someone with a sharp knife and it only took one stroke?
Yeah, it's always
It's
more
a
than
lot
one.
much more work than that. Oh, what's happening here?
Oh, hey.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, where, what?
Oh. Hey.
Whoa, I've seen that movie. Whoa, she didn't even... What kind of swing was that?
And then, bleh. Tom is dead. End of movie.
And she was the vampire all along.
Oh. You just know that. Okay. Do we get a burning body or anything out of this?
They didn't have the effects budget to show the corpse.
No burning bodies twice, just the one. Hey, hi. Nothing to...
These were the days. Those, what sounds that? Na 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 na. Guys like us, we had it made. Those were the
days. And you know who you are.
When the police raided the factory, they trapped 23 women hiding in the basement and an adjacent tunnel. Of those 23, 11 ran into the sunlight and were burnt beyond recognition. Ambrose was taken into custody, but John was never found and is believed to be wandering beneath the streets of Newark. Through old police records of missing persons, most of the women captured were identified. My father's vampire theory was proven correct and finally gave closure to the story.
So, the guy that was typing in the original, the retired detective that was really on this case, really didn't solve it. This woman came along and solved it.
No, but that's his daughter.
Oh, that's the daughter?
Yeah.
Did we see the father die? I don't remember him dying.
Oh, no, he was sitting there with the book at the end.
Oh, that was him.
That was his book.
So, wait a minute. Where the hell did she just put that bottle of scotch? Because we should go grab it.
Dolores Fuller, right up the top. Right off the top. Dolores Fuller, top villain.
Wow. Guests at party.
Yeah.
Vampire women.
Yep.
Autopsy doctor, that's the guy that had that great hairstyle.
Man in wood.
Casket carriers.
Thanks to the state of New Jersey.
Yeah.
Go Devils.
There you have it. The film is called The Ironbound Vampire. And what a remarkable piece of artwork that is.
So, Ironbound is a part of Newark.
Right.
That's where the Ironbound comes
Yeah, so it's a location, not... Yeah.
But it makes it sound like it's something drastically different. It's like if you name something The Vampire from Newark, you'd have a better idea of what was happening in this movie than the Ironbound Vampire. The Ironbound Vampire sounds much more that's the best thing about the movie is the title.
So if I'm looking at this that
was horrid. Yes, Iowa Joe, that was horrid.
I'm looking at this cover art here. The Ironbound Vampire, seductive vampire lovers will do anything to protect their lord and master. All right.
Okay.
Didn't quite see that in the film, but okay.
That last scene, that one scene on the stage, that was all that.
Right.
That was it.
And then if you notice, this is a production of Brian Escape Pictures. I think that Escape...
That's Brain Escape.
Is it?
I would hope so.
It's very tiny.
Hi, I'm Brian Escape. You like vampire movies? I've got vampire movies.
We'll shoot any vampire movie for $29.95.
$35 an hour, 2 camcorders. We also have a microphone available for those really excessive shots. $29.95, 1 camcorder, no mic.
Oh, wow. God, yeah. Oh.
Brian Escape.
Well, that's what it's all about.
So how long did the Sacco editing take?
Oh, you don't want to know. Apparently there's a way in Premiere Pro to have that done automatically. Like you
track.
Yeah, it'll
right?
track it. Yeah. I tried to learn how to do that. It was taking longer to learn it than to do it manually as I did.
Four tacos across. It was like they didn't all come in all at once. It was like they. I'm covering something as it goes across the screen here. That just put me over. That was the best.
Oh man, at least that noggin is good for something.
He was happy. He was happy to be part of things.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
It's good for him.
Oh, too funny though. I mean,
okay, I liked this one.
You liked the film, or
it was bad enough,
mm-hmm.
That you could pick on. I think having seen the first one last week, I think that kind of gave me a better frame of mind of how these movies are going to go, because again, there it is. Oh God. But these movies are going to plod along
mm-hmm.
with very little plot and very little difference, and then come to some conclusion at the end, whether it's been proven or not. Whether it's something that has a logical progression to get to it, or we're just going to end the movie because we're done with 90 minutes. And that's where we're supposed to be.
Oh, Carl Petrie, you've entertained us for sure tonight, and isn't that the point of any movie, to be entertained?
That was it. Did a good job.
All right, so next weekend is Halloween. I don't know what's happening Halloween weekend. We've had some ideas being thrown about. Hopefully we'll have something fun going on.
Yeah.
Are you trick-or-treating?
No, not open for it at all. There are people who are. There are people who seriously got their stuff out and probably worked it out, but I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna risk that.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Yeah, I know. It is.
Because it's one of the things we like to do.
Yeah.
It's one of the things we're pretty known for. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, listen, everybody. Thank you for joining us for that treat, and we appreciate
that steaming pile of shit.
Yes. Oh, it's all good for a good laugh, right? All good for some laughs. Anyway, all right. Have a great night, everybody. Love you all. We'll see you next time around.
Thanks. He was not credited. That's the one right there. You can kind of make out what's going on in the background.